Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Sarah K. Grace, hoping that you're doing well. Just wanted to put together a quick video to give you 3 quick, solid, really powerful tips in dealing with gaslighters, people who are toxic communicators, and people who attack your character when you are having a conversation or a disagreement. Our society is absolutely ripe with this really broken down form of communication. So throughout the media, throughout social media, throughout, pretty much all of it, it's almost like full license to just go after and attack the character of anybody who may have a different opinion or some sort of ulterior expression than you do. And, we can do better as humans. We can do better. This is a current form of expression in the human condition. Things are getting so ridiculous and broken down that more and more people are waking up to how imbalanced things are. And so in terms of collective shift in consciousness, the divine plan is playing out, and we as humans can do better. And when it comes to being able to communicate, it can be really intense and overwhelming when somebody just comes at you and attacks your character or puts you down, doesn't even address the content of whatever the dialogue or discussion was. Okay, so when we're working with people like that, there's 3 really powerful ways to deal with that, and here's what they are. All right, the very first thing that you can do is just stop their projection by not allowing it to land. So when somebody comes at me with some sort of shame speech, right, I'm very much into thriving and living and embodying health and embodying vitality. And I do a lot of things on the daily to kind of keep myself vital and keep my immune system boosted. And so I live in that matrix. And so if somebody comes at me and is projecting shame speech onto me for living my life, and it's like, how dare you be happy and healthy? We're in a pandemic. Okay, right? They're gonna attack me as a character without understanding my experience or being curious about my experience. The very first thing that I do is deny their attempt to shame me. And that's exactly what I say. Your attempt to shame me is denied. And trust me, this is 100% accurate because people don't even know what to do with that, right? So if somebody's coming at you and they're projecting onto you something that they're experiencing without being curious about your experience, that's a projection. And the way that you keep their projection from coming in and landing is to just deny that, okay? So that's number 1. All right, my number 2 way of dealing with gaslighting and character assassination is by staying to the topic. The actual topic of conversation is the crux of whatever the dialogue is to be about. So when somebody is character assassinating you, they are deviating away from dealing with and addressing that because it's likely going to challenge their belief or challenge their own paradigm. So if they're not secure within themselves, what they'll do is attack you personally. Okay, so as we said before, just deny that projection. That often stops them. But if it doesn't stop them, then bring it back around to the actual matter and subject that we were talking about without needing to defend or get into some sort of fight about whatever it is. If somebody's attacking your character, it's really easy to want to defend and be like, that's not true. But if you're secure within yourself and you understand your position, there's no need for defense. You just are it. You can just hold that line. Okay, so somebody comes, you just bring it back around to the actual, the subject matter that was being discussed at first, okay? And that right there will either stop them in their tracks, maybe they'll run away, or perhaps we can start to actually talk about the topic on hand. All right. And my 3rd and final way to deal with gaslighting, character assassination, and nonsensical communication is to just walk away. A lot of what we're seeing out there is just not even worth a response. To respond, to engage, to argue, to right fight just perpetuates that toxic energy and toxic behavior. And we can do better. We are better than that. We are better than that, and we can do better than that. This is what's being allowed. This is what is being broadcast. This is what's being projected into the media, all over social media, that this type of juvenile and uneducated behavior is okay. And it is what it is. It's the full expression, not the full. It's an expression of the human condition. And I'm here representing, again, grounded, somebody who sees it, somebody who can communicate, somebody who's willing to take ownership of my own stuff. I'm not perfect by any stretch, but I know that I'm not alone in being sick and tired of this. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. The way that we change, the way that we ascend, the way that we get back to what we as humans are really wanting, which is a more soulful, authentic connection. That's what we're wanting. We're wanting more harmonious relationships. We're wanting more holistic alternatives to all of this just pharmaceutical poison. We want more natural substance. That's what we as a species are wanting and needing. The way that we get back to that is to look at this behavior. We can see it for what it is. It's a waking up and a transcendence of the collective human consciousness. And at the same time, say, enough. I'm not going to participate in that. And if you want to step to me and try to project juvenile communication, it's going to get stopped. And this is the way that we do it, okay? Doesn't have to be confrontational. I'm holding my integrity. I'm grounded in my power and my alignment, and I am going to hold that line, because your stuff is your stuff, whoever's stuff is their stuff, and my stuff is my stuff. I really look forward to us all being able to transcend this, to rise above this, to start introducing and creating brand new media outlets that are about conscious communication, connection, positivity, and uplifting content. We want that. We're sick of this, okay? We're sick of this. And it doesn't have to be this way. And so this is where I'm at. I just wanted to share this message. Again, just remember your power. We can do this one day at a time, wherever you are. I love you so much. Stay tuned.